Hi everyone. I got my cards here. I haven't done any readings in a while. Well, I do paid readings, but for my customers, but not online. But somebody asked me to do for Aquarius from April 17th, so mid-April to the end of May 2021. This is my painting that Rowan and I am holding the camera. So if the shakiness bothers you, go somewhere else or try to be tolerant of it. My painting is for sale. Make me an offer if you are interested or seeing any of my paintings. Okay. Off my head, I think that things have been pretty intense for people. We really are, I feel, under some sort of spiritual attack, spiritual warfare. I feel now that the spring is here, it's going to be easier for people. The sunlight, we're desperately in need of it. So that's what you need to do. You need to get out in the sun the most that you can. Get out in the fresh air the most you can. And it's so important right now to do whatever it takes to cleanse your body. Get rid of addictions. Aquarians, from now till the end of May. Oh, nice. Now to the end of May. So that's what I was feeling. You see right away the difficulties, but these cards indicate the difficulties are passing. Okay, I got two cards stuck together, so I'll take them both. Now, let me just get these laid out. These are my new cards, and people just love them. I see everybody is using them now. I just love them. I love how the three colors, just the imagery, I just find these cards so expressive. Oh, Aquarians. And I'm Aquarius, but somebody asked me, another tarot reader asked me today. So that's why I picked to do Aquarian, not because I'm Aquarian, because somebody asked me. Oh, the final card is a juggling act at the end of May. So I'm going to double cross it with these babies. I love these girls. And then if I need any clarification, I'm going to use this deck. So, and then I got these cards down here. So I'm going to double cross this. I always think this is the primary energy, and the second layout gives additional information on the primary energy. So there you go. It clearly shows us Aquarians in that difficult energy, but it is passing. You can see that by the rest of the reading, and I definitely got that in meditation, and it's not just for Aquarians. That now that spring is here, it's really important in our part of the world, in half the world, it's really, really important to build yourself up as strong as you can. Nice, 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 nice. Aquarians, from now to the end of May, so for the next 6 weeks. And I'm going to give a timeline. Some people say the cards don't give good timeline. I find it depends on the reader. And, you know, cards express differently. And I find, like, when it comes to psychic work, some people are really good at, like, predicting the weather. Some are really good at healings. It's all different things. So some people might not be good at getting times, but I always find the cards respond well for timelines for me. Okay, the most important message that you need to hear at this time for the next 6 weeks, that if you listen to this, will take your life in a very nice direction. Beautiful. Actually, I'm going to flip it back over. You probably saw it, and I'm not going to flip this one over till the end either. The most important messages that my Aquarians need to hear from now till the end of May, that if they listen to this, would put them on the very best path for their lives. Okay, so let's start with this. Our first two cards is the Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So you can clearly see, first of all, in both cards there's two people, and it's two women. So we have two women here suffering. They're in fighting. The fight is over, but the difficulties still remain. It's like the fight is over, but you're still on the battlefield. You're all bloody. You're a mess. There's swords everywhere. One person is turned away, and the other one is still got the sword in their hand. Which one are you? I always find with the fives, you have a choice. It's about choices. You're in the middle road, the middle of 10. Which way will you turn? Okay? Are you going to go her, or are you going to go her way? Okay, so I feel like even in war times, there were people that became billionaires. They found ways. They you know. So in this difficulties, there's still a way. But this shows me where we're at right now as Aquarians. So it's not a prediction for the future. It's what you're setting in right now. And it's definitely got, you're crying, you're scared. There's a different ranges of emotions going on here that are not very comfortable for you. There's definitely a fight in your life. However, from what I see from the rest of the reading, you are moving on from that. And this is what the rest of the reading is talking about for the rest of April and May. You will be moving on from it. But I do see from this card, one step forward, one step back. But that's okay. Or it might be one step forward, two steps back at times. Okay? Crossing you. For me, this is the energy flow that you should try to stay in. The energy flow that's going to be there for you to tap into. And with it, you got the 10 of Cups. So it got the 5 on it again. So we got this theme of the 5. The rat was the demon. If you know the Hindu story of Ganesh. So I always feel like this. We got Ganesh and the rat. Ganesh is the obstacle remover, and the most is his consort. What's that word? Anyways, I'm jumping ahead because with this it tells me that you got some magical abilities right now. There's that sword the lady had in her hand. It shows me that you are being encouraged. The universe is telling you to take the path. Remember I say 5's about which way will you turn? Are you going to cry about what happened? You're going to continue to cry about this? Or are you going to take that sword, put it with your other tools, and work your magic? Okay? Well, I feel whether you work your magic or not, that there is some magical energy around you for the next 6 weeks. But knowing that, the benefit is that you can tap into that. It says that the alignment of the planets right now for everybody, and you've probably already felt it, Aquarians, over the last 4 days, I think since the new moon, you've probably felt the shift. So the planets moved and it became easier for Aquarians. And I don't think just for Aquarians, I think it's collective for the whole world. We're getting a break. So with this card, it's telling me that You go from this Nine of Swords to this Ten of Cups, which is complete emotional happiness. An obstacle is removed. It's a great time for you to focus on your own strength, your own powers. There's magic around you that you can tap into to move away from difficulties and remove obstacles from your life, especially demonic energies, which we are being bombarded with right now, especially people of any sort of spiritual nature. The harder times you're going through right now, the better it is for you, because those hard times are giving you a chance to progress huge. Because if you can stay in the energy of love during hard times, that's the secret, you know. It's not so easy. I'm not finding it easy. Eight of Wands. So these three cards for me, this lineup of the first three cards tell me what the rest of the reading is going to talk about. It lines up the energy. So you went from being in some sort of friction. You have some magical abilities around you, some manifestation abilities around you, but you also have a lot coming at you. The chameleon on the wall here in this Nine of Wands card is interesting, because to me, you got this little girl got somebody watching them. Other Nine of Wands are fortify yourself, but I feel like this person is trapped a little bit and there's something sneaky going on. Somebody's staring over her shoulder like a chameleon, not wanting to be seen. But this is the primary card, so I feel like a lot of that energy is around you right now. Okay, coming out of the blue, just out of the blue, for the next 6 weeks of your life, you're going to be busy. I feel when I see the white doves with this, they're trying to remove that chameleon on the wall that's kind of watching over this little girl. I don't like the feel of that card. But this card with the white doves, I think it's for your benefit. I think that the removal of something from your life that doesn't need to be there, that's predatory, that's kind of spying on you. But I also see the removal of your life. It's springtime. The universe is encouraging you to face whatever that chameleon energy is, what's hiding in your life that's not to your benefit, and to remove it, okay? Is what I'm reading from that and what I'm hearing. Next, in your recent past, we got a Queen and a King, okay? We got the Queen of Swords. So again, all this sword energy. You got the sword there, you're holding the sword there. You're holding the sword there. So in a recent past, I feel like, Aquarian, you stood up for yourself. I don't think this is a different person. I think you stood up for yourself in a very strong way. But again, I'm getting all these images of something hanging off of you, something being around you, an energy being around you that you're trying to cut out of your life, that needs to go out of your life. The universe is trying to get it out of your life, but at the same time, it's a mirror for you. So what addiction needs to leave your life, it can be what bad habit, now is the time to do that. Doesn't have to be addictions, but that dark energy that's around you is also a reflection of yourself, and it's there for you so you can progress, you know, and you are going to progress. These cards came out together, they were stuck together. This was on the top. Very powerful card, a very spiritual card. The secrets of the universe, the Sphinx, the chariot driver. He's very spiritually connected. He's getting downloads from the heaven. But he's not on the ground. He relies on, again, the dark and the light energies need to be balanced in you. So I see you moving forward and doing that. This can be travel, but I'm still getting the theme of the light and the dark all the way through this. The light and the dark. The light and the dark. And with this card, at the same time, you're looking out. It's as if you're traveling somewhere to look for something or wait for something that's coming to you. It's coming to you in these boats. So you're in your chariot and you're looking out for something. You're waiting for something. Something you've put your energy into. The card with it is the Hierophant. But the Hierophant in here, first of all, the Hierophant is the card that triggers me the most. So I think a lot of probably people that read the tarot or feel like they have had shamanic energy probably have a bad reaction to this. And the people who made this card, I love it. He's the monkey. So why did you get the monkey? So you got two major arcanas. This is your near future. So I would say this from now to the end of April is your energy. Maybe the first week of May. So you're not sitting around passive, but it has, this is the primary energy dealing with large organizations, that theme of spirituality, that theme of the dark and light energy. A lot of people consider the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, a dark energy. So again, the primary energy that I am getting from this reading is dealing with dark energies that are on the outside of you, but are also reflecting inside of you, if that makes any sense. But the Aquarians that are watching this, I feel like the Aquarians that are watching you're eliminating something from your life. You're facing something about your life. A conflict that has to do with the dark and the light. And the conflict might seem like it's on the outside of the world, but it's for your growth and it's to your advantage. Nine of Cups to me is the wish card. I know, and it's always a yes card for me. So the answer, if you had a question in your mind, is a yes. A wish is going to come true. Often people read this as a card of the drunkard. And because we're dealing with some dark and light energy, it could be that some people watching have some element of drunkenness and partying in their life that they're going to move away from. Okay. They're facing. But that's just for some people. And I get the number 5, like it's for 5 people. But the primary energy of this card within my readings is it's a yes. It's a wish coming true, especially when it's in the same reading with the Magician. So there is a wish coming true if you do face the challenges that are in front of you, okay? And even if you don't, I feel like this is going to happen anyways. I feel like you're being pushed, all Aquarians, and people with strong Aquarian energy in their chart. But in some kind of way, we're in the age of Aquarius. So in some types of ways, we're all being affected by what it's saying in this reading. We're all being affected by the spiritual warfare, the dark and light energy, in a very intense way right now. So I would say by the second week of May, or starting of the second week of May, a wish is going to come true for you that's going to make your life feel like you're moving away from difficulty. I find this interesting because she's in a casket, you know. So she's been through some hard times. Those hard times are passing, Aquarians. I think for the next 6 weeks, you everything here to me, you only got the one card of conflict, and that's just where you're sitting now. But I feel like everybody who's watching is so aware of this, and everybody who's watching already made a conscious choice, or they already got the feeling that somehow energies has shifted and we're freer now. Okay, we're freer. The Aquarian's been going through hell, I know. A lot of people. But we're freer now, whereas before we felt like everything we do kept us stuck. Now you're freer. So a wish is going to come true, and you are going to move away from difficulty. So when I see this is, for me, the position of your hopes and fears. So you're hoping for a rebirth. And here we are, the girl from the coffin. Here she's being taken away from difficulty, and here she's being raised up from the coffin. So some people watching could feel like what you just went through over the last year and a half feels like a death in your life. The death of the old self. And you're hoping to be reerected. And you hear it calling from your angels. You're hoping that will relieve your burdens. I feel like you're hoping for some angelic intervention. You're hoping to hear a message from your angels and guides that is going to release the burdens that are in your life. Now, this is interesting. In the position of others, you got the Two of Cups. So it feels like to me, I don't see love in this reading, and I don't do love readings. When I do my readings, I always do a general reading. And then if love comes out, it comes out. For me, you definitely got somebody around you that is able to help you balance. They're able to help you heal. They're able to give you help with some choices that you need to make. They're able to help you emotionally. I don't necessarily see this as a relationship coming in, but for some it's possible, and I'm going to tell you why. The why I don't say I necessarily see a relationship, because I don't see the rest of the cards saying that. But what I do see is, for some, that this could be a partnership with a man. But I just feel in general a balancing of your energy. You do manage to slay the dark side, but there's somebody that is coming to assist you with that, because this is in the position of others. And you see she's slaying the dragon. In this card, it's the number 11. It's the strength card. Okay, so somebody comes and gives you strength. So that's great. If you're feeling isolated and alone right now, and you feel like there's nobody on your side, that is going to change. I don't see a timeline for when this person is going to come, but if I was going to say anything, it'll be the time of this wish card. Okay, is what I'm going to say. I think that first you put the effort, and then the universe puts effort to match you, okay? But it's not your fault that you didn't take effort before, because I feel like Aquarians, the universe was keeping you stuck. You know, the planets needed to move. Now this is interesting because we've got a 2, a 2, and a 2. 2, 2, 2. So it shows me as you move towards the end of May, you're going to have a decision to make, or there's going to be some back and forth with somebody, or in your mind on something. It's not quite telling me what it is. So let me just see as I go through the rest of these cards if it comes to me what that decision is. But the advice, I always call this my advice position. What the universe is advising you to do. And again, we see those horses or like some sort of mode of transportation, movement, action. But this horse is a slow and steady. So steady, stable. Slow, steady, stable. Action is what I hear. Have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in the choices you make. I love this card. It's the Two of Wands and you had the Three of Wands. But what I love about this is about what I was saying about all that dark energy. That spiritual warfare is to your advantage. It's a mirror. Those demons can't attach to you. Demonic energy, dark energies can't attach to you if you don't have the darkness in you. So what those dark energies are really doing is getting you to face yourself. So she's looking in the mirror. And you are going to do that. You're going to face an aspect of yourself that is going to cause you to move forward. Now, as your final outcome for the end of May. Now, this is just simply where your energy is going to be at the end of May. So this is why this doesn't mean it's a final outcome of your life or the final outcome of 2021. It's just where your energy is at. I feel like this reading has a continuation. So don't worry that at the end of May that you're kind of in a little bit of a stuck energy. It's got something to do with some sort of communication to do with finances, because this is the Page of Pentacles. Something to do with something physical in your life, like your physical abundance, your home life. Again, we get the ships. So we've had several times the theme of water and waiting for your ships to come in. So we saw earlier somebody standing on the shore waiting for their ships to come in. So this tells me there's a little bit of a delay in those ships coming in because the seas got a little stormy. Okay? So that's why I said 1 foot forward, or you make actually giant strides forward in these cards. As you go through May, April, May, you're going to see that you're very active and soaking up the sun. You're enjoying yourself. But then a choice comes along about money at the end of May. Whatever you've been waiting on or you're looking out into the world for, it's got a delay. Okay? So that's what I can say. But when I see this card, it tells me that the delay won't be long. And the message that I'm getting about ending the reading at this is for you not to worry. That's just a very quick energy that's going to be in your life. And it's not going to be there for long. Because the rest of the reading here is so positive. Okay? There's a lot of movement forward. Okay, so it just says the end of May, decisions about money, finances. For some, it's going to be about where they're going to live, but there is a delay that I don't want you to be too overly concerned about. Now, I asked the cards the most important message that you needed to hear, that if you listen to this, Aquarian, will lead you to your best life. Let go of the past and move forward. And he's going through the door. Okay, he's going through a door. So look to the future. Don't look too far into the future. But this is what these people are doing. They're looking into the future. Okay? They're looking at what life has to hold for them. He's going slow and steady into the future. And this is what they're asking you to do. If you want to keep your chariot grounded and drivable, go slow and steady. And don't get your knickers in a knot.